pursue their career in public service and business and international relations.
Hello everyone, my name is Richard Ong. I'm from San Diego. First of all, I would like to wish everyone an early Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Me receiving this award today is a hallmark of my early career. And I am indebted to ILF. ILF has an amazing community with unique staff and an amazing volunteers that are dedicated and committed to helping the younger generation and its community. ILF is a place that makes you feel warm. As Robert F. Kennedy once said, your future is not a gift, it is an achievement. As goes with this award. If it weren't for you today to support me, to help me reach the bridge, this would have all been a dream. Thank you. Sit down, Tyler.
Especially very excited because we have our DC chapter, but also we established our leadership training committee, and we have a vice chairman of the DC chapter, David Ho, with us, and also we'll have our Eugenia. She will be our new committee chairperson. And later on, Eugenia is going to share with you about her vision, how she's going to do the leadership training for all the youth in Washington, D.C. area. Many of you have only participated in this event, but Dr. Lin has been participating for ILF, the LA event. He has been a very strong supporter for ILF. And I'm just very, very honored to have a friend like Dr. Lin. Because, you know, you have met a lot of good people, you know, throughout the country because we have 15 chapters in the United States. But when you have to see someone have that kind of spirit, you are just so proud of him because he is a part of a Chinese American community. Dr. Lin himself has been accomplishing tremendously. He has dedicated much of his life work to make sure that everyone has the best possible opportunity to reach their full potential for good health through leveraging his experience in medicine and public health, medical relief, and politics. It's hard to imagine, you know, a medical doctor and politician can be happening in the same person. And as a very orthopedic surgeon, he has spent more than 35 years serving a primarily minority population in San Gabriel Valley of California. If you search Dr. Lin's name, it just kind of comes a lot about his story because he is a very, very famous surgeon. He also served 9 years on the San Marino City Council in Southern California, including 3 terms as a mayor. He accomplished all of his while being involved in medical relief organizations for the last 20 years, traveling the world to help those suffering from the impacts of nature disaster. Dr. Lin, he's really multi-talented person. Now, first of all, he married a very good wife. I think that's the most important thing as one of the best choice in his life. Yes. And also, besides his medical practice, he's involved with politics, he is a very, very successful business person. He owns so many hospitals in San Gabriel Valley. In order to take over the Deputy Assistant Secretary position, he has to give up all those properties. And it's really a tremendous sacrifice. But Dr. Lin, he has a noble call and he wants to do this, not only for himself, but just for our country and for our community. In August, he was appointed a Deputy Assistant Secretary for Minority Health and Director of the Office of Minority Health at the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, where he continued his work as the advocate for better health for all. We all thrilled that he accepted our invitation to come to tonight and to talk about his experience and the work he's leading at the HHS Office of Minority Health. IOF has this privilege to work with his office through the dedication of his staff at that office. And we are really, really thrilled, that great, wonderful working relationship. And we understand under Dr. Lin's leadership, his office will expand, the outreach to the Asian American community because of his capacity and his leadership. Dr. Lin, thank you so much for taking time from your busy schedule to join us, and we are just so honored you're one of us. Let's welcome Dr. Lin, Matthew Lin.
Well, thank you so much, Jillian, for your such a very kind introduction. I thought you were talking about somebody else. Well, I participate in this, my first event of the International Leadership Foundation as a Deputy Assistant Secretary for Minority Health. I'm really honored. And I would really like to introduce my wife, Joy. Would you mind to stand up? My best and only wife. She is right. I made my best choice in my life. And I would also like to introduce my staff who's sitting behind us. Would you mind stand up? The Mrs. Alice, would you stand up? And Christine Montgomery. Alice, my senior advisor. Christine, our office manager. And minority infant mortality when you're born, within 1 year you die, is about 15 to 17 per thousand. Much higher than the third world country. In Taiwan, it's only 3 to 4 per thousand. So we spend so much money, but health disparity is so large. Give you another example, our Asian American, we have a lot of hepatitis B, but many of them we do not know. In the United States, they have hepatitis B. Asians only 5% of our population. The hepatitis B patient, 50% are Asian. And this has been going on for over 20, 30 years. It's time to stop it. To treat the hepatitis very easy. You screen them, to find out they have hepatitis, you treat them so they will be cured. Then you give a vaccination to prevent it. It should be done. There's no reason Asians continue to occupy 50% of the population in the United States. The meaning of the health disparity that I can talk about, minority patients, if they have diabetes, they are about 300 times, 300% times more possible to get their leg to be amputated. Why? Because the health care is health disparity, not equally. Normally people get a routine checkup, prevention, treatment, but minority usually overlook it. So I give another example. Heart disease. Heart, acute myocardial infarction is the most common disease cause of death. When you go back to see the minority, whether Asian American, or Indian, or African American, or Latino American, you'll die from cardiovascular disease or mortality rate is 3 times higher than the white population. To talk about so many disparities is really hard for me to say. We should not do anything. We should do nothing. But thank you to Jillian. She tried to train those young fellows to come up. Why? Because when I stand in the HSS, I look around. There's nothing except myself, except all the appointees, all of them, you can see So we need more leadership in our area. Let's go to the next slide. Well, I'd like to talk about where I come from. My father is an orphan when he was 16 years old, and so he went to Xiamen from Taiwan. We originally from Taiwan. Then me and my brother and sister were born in Xiamen. Here, Communist China take over Xiamen. So we have to fly back to Taiwan with the last flight. Last flight with me and my parents, 5 of us. So we go to stay in Qiji. Next slide, please. So I finished my school. I went to the Taipei Medical University. When I finished my training, I thought, well, I come to the United States to live more. So I landed in New Memorial Hospital. I worked so hard. Ended up I was training in Johns Hopkins for orthopedic surgery. Next slide, please. After finished training in Baltimore, that's where there I am. I went to Los Angeles, 1978. I stayed there for 40 years. I practice as orthopedic surgeon, but I know that I need to help more people, so I will go out to do some medical release. By doing so, usually, for example, I like hiking mountains, so one time I was with my friend go to Himalaya, Mount Everest. We bring a lot of medication and equipment because we know that in the mountain for months, if you have a disease, you're going to die there. So we bring every medication. And when we camp down in the mountainside, we wake up next morning, our tent was surrounded by 200-300 of people who live in there. I said, Steve, did you peep somewhere upset there? No. What did happen? So we go up to see what you want. So, well, you know, we heard a great doctor coming here. We never have any good health care. So they want to be seen. We spend the whole day there, treat about 200-300 people. You know what I see? One baby is only 3 weeks old. Eyes swell up like a baseball, infection. All the pus come up. Mother's crying, this baby going to cry. It is a conjunctivitis infection. So I wash it up, give her medication. I give her medication to your mother, say continue to put it on, and then hopefully you'll get better. So I see people with infection in the leg, and abscess and everything else. So I do the surgery to drain out the pus. Hopefully to save their life. So I said, I want to see where is your doctor located. They bring me to one of the office around there because they just came the doctor was sitting there. He sleep there too, eating there too. And this medication on the counter, 8 of them, 7 of them is empty. Only 1 left, filled up with some herbs. And the one the patient sit down there, leg is swollen like a balloon, very swollen. And he put a 3 acupuncture there, needle to tree. I said, what happened? So this patient fall out from the tree and twist the leg being swollen and he took acupuncture for 2 months. His leg was dislocated. I'm sorry. I feel so bad. So up in the mountain when I come back after months, maybe I could see it. I'm so happy. I realized that we have this experience. So from there on, I go out to do some medical release, especially when they have the earthquake or when they Gigi, there was a big earthquake. So when I was doing the street physician with me, and fly back to Taiwan, provide care for the people and the helicopter to perform the So from there I do a lot of things like Haiti, had an earthquake in 2010. I bring my son with me and we provide some health care. And I went to Malawi. Malawi is difficult in Africa because Malawi have a lot of malaria. So when we go to the hospital, a small world like this, filled up with over 80 or 90 youngsters, 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, with malaria, high fever, their mortality rate very high. Even my son looked at the TV and said, Daddy, what can we do? They decided to buy 2 scooter tent. So the mosquito net, so they was like a bite by mosquito. By mosquito very possible. We went to El Salvador. El Salvador, in South America. We go down there with 4 or 5 physicians. We bring our medication and sit down. 500 people line up when we see my house. Suddenly I realized this drug Spanish. I'm going to the patient. Don't worry. Suddenly about 8 of the some people come from Southern California. They say, I come to help you. I said, where do you come from? We are the elder from the Mormon church. And they stayed there for 2 years. So they translate for me. In the beginning, they translated. Later on, after a day or two, they start treat the patient. It's so easy. But your call, your diarrhea, this patient. Okay, next one, please. When the tsunami, when the tsunami is very bad. It's one of the worst disasters I've ever seen. Tsunami had about 70,000 people people who live in the area were common problems in the area. They don't have nothing. So we stay there and train the physician to do surgery. And later on, I bring the physician to come and train the physician. So, next slide, please. Yeah, we want to put it here. Next slide, please. Switzerland. Well, this is a good story. I went down to Switzerland and Kim to the Switzerland. Kim like it, so I trained Kim. Treat his disease, and I go to the hospital, train the surgeon, and go outside to treat the patient. In the end, if I leave, next to it is the Minister of Health. They dancing, they're happy, thanks me. They're going to give me a gift. So I give me a chicken. Oh my, we're going to have a dinner with chicken. The old lady said, the chicken could like an egg. And then you keep on like the egg, that means your life will continue. So don't kill it. I cannot bring the chicken back to the United States. So I give the money to the farmer. Please take care of the chicken, but my life will the chicken story. Next slide, please. Now, I went to the earthquake. The Hong Kong was very bad. When there were earthquakes, because they are all the mountains. So another landslide. And I was in a hospital there to treat a patient of 18 to 100 patients with a fracture within the surgery time. I do surgery every day from 8 o'clock until 9 o'clock. I had the money to the patient and I said, doctor, my family after abandoned and no food to eat and still a lot of injury. So me and my partner, we hired a head doctor and we bring the food and the medication. Fly to the market area, and in there, give them the food, and treat them, bring back the patient to the surgery. So after a week, I need to come back, so I let the doctor is on the use of the and he said, what I have to straight on the So sometimes go out to well, we're talking about come back to the United States. We're talking about justice therapy. You know, this is a district in Maryland, Virginia, and if you see the dark color, their average life is 71 years old. If you see the light color, the average life is about 80 years old, 82 years old. There's almost 10 years old of life expectancy difference. But they are really worried about what will life in the area. So this disparity because economic, social economic, they couldn't afford to see the doctor, or they did not know they should see the doctor. So life expectancy in the same area is 10 years difference. I'm not saying you should try to find an area like Chile, Hungary, or like everybody living, but we should try to eliminate those health disparities. It's our job. Next slide, please. Yeah. Now, there is a wide range of health disparity among the racial ethnic minority, including Asian. I mentioned earlier that the hepatitis B, Asian and 5% of population, but we occupy 50% of the disease. Adolescent overweight, we have 50% more than many of them. So it's on and on and on that we have a lot of health disparity. Our job, my mission, I give up everything. Only I have left out my wife. We're coming here trying to eliminate the health disparity. So we also have a lot of report that the Office of Minority was started out during the Reagan administration. Their secretary made a report that we should define the health disparity in minority areas. I give another example. You know, we have American Indian. You know what's the number one cause of death between age 12 to 19? Suicide. We've been working very hard. The lives of children are gone. So all the minority health with our mission is to put the health of racial ethnic minority population to the realm of health policy and programs that will help eliminate health disparity. Our program, our office right now, taking grants every year, spend about 90 programs. Try to ask them to eliminate health disparity. For example, opioid abuse. Opioid crisis every day. This incident is getting worse and worse, especially in my neighborhood. The other issue is diabetes. Diabetes is higher than white majority. Why? So when the diabetes patient they become kidney failure, take about 60 years. If you do not treat diabetes, 60 years, and patients become kidney failure, hemodialysis, hemodialysis, so our aim is to hopefully every person continue to have their best health possible. So that's our job, that's our mission. That's our promise. Joy coming here, I said, Joy, let's go live the same life. We are so lucky. So what's coming after we you don't do any more surgery, you don't see any patient. How do you say that? You say that. I told you. No, by the policy and ask everybody to train those people. Right now,那么其实都是以后去拿针试的时候，那你就慢慢试嘛，你需要跟这个那2个人就不一样，那2个人就感觉就直接看不到，然后用一套拿针去试一试，甚至于他的手都可以点，所以点穴比针灸要高得多得多。就100个人，只有1-2个人可以点穴，但是你都可以拿针了。针灸就是正常的情况下，中学毕业的人都可以，只是说他每个人的身份不一样，但你有的人针灸效果好，有的人针灸效果差一点。像我刚才说的，力度啊、角度啊。We have a lot of health resources. So anytime if you need any data information, support us. My staff down there, they will answer any healthcare question you have from A to Z. I told people that I practiced hospitality for 40 years. I come here for 3 months as a public health, so don't ask me too many questions. I think it's my honor to be here. The National Leadership Foundation is a wonderful organization. I know all of you will very much support it. I love it, and I will continue to support. I appreciate your support for Chilin Kong. Chilin is a wonderful, wonderful young lady that formed this foundation, as it is very important. Thank you so much. I appreciate your listening. Really appreciate it.
Mrs. Rose Lee, please come forward.
Happy holiday!
But welcome everybody. I want to, on behalf of the DC Advisory Board, and welcome everybody here. And we are very proud of, we'll be part of the IMF DC chapter. And it's not the competition to send the fellowship to the federal government. This is extremely hard. And myself experiences that we are trying to send the best high school kids and the college to compete getting the fellowship is not easy. And myself belong to the local leader organization to the both sides. We offer the scholarship, we offer $50,000 scholarship to local kids. I think they are very good. How good they are. I believe that every year our scholarship recipients go to the Ivy League, the very top school. So we try to send them to the IF. We want them to be our future leader. And can be like someone like Dr. Lee and make a contribution to our society. So thank you everybody. I hope everybody can report the IF, the mission and the effort to our Asian generation. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. I guess my name is Matthew Lee, so like Dr. Lin. So when people telling me when you have a Matthew, you will be successful, so I don't have to worry about my future. So, but I think I want to thanks to Chilin Tong and leading the ILF, and this is a great community. And I thought I was giving back to community by doing this way, but when I hear the Dr. Lin story today, so we are even, 25%. So, to follow his giving back to the community. So we got lots of work to do. So, and thank you, Sue, for inviting me. And this is a great, every community. I came when I was 19. So I guess I have to renewal my age, but that was about 35, 36 years ago. And I came with nothing. Now I have 150 employees with IT security companies. So, I really want to giving back, just like, Dr. Lin's been helping as, he's a professional. So I have an organization called COBI, Government Contracting Alliance, and U.S. International Development Center. So all the business I've been learning from U.S. here, I want to giving back to our community. So anyone wants to do government contracting, another federal acquisition regulation, another some international business, and so we are, but we got a long way to go. But when we working together, I'm sure we can do a lot of stuff. So thank you again. I don't want to hold you to your dinner, and so thanks again to Dr. Lin and Ms. Chilin Tong and Sue. I really appreciate it, and also I know you got Dr. Ho now. Thank you so much. Bye.
Dr. Lee was talking about you manage $30 million in health care. I actually sent Arena. My husband is a physician, and I am statistician, so we own the company. We do clinical research. So we hope we can apply for a little bit of fund from your organization. Thank you, Chilin, to give me this opportunity. This committee is formed within 2 weeks. I am involved in Chinese educational area for a long time. I studied Chinese language school, the very first one in 1987 when I was working at Pfizer in Connecticut. So I moved to the south, to New Jersey. I was involved in the Chinese language school over there. Now I'm in Baltimore area. So now we have many Chinese language schools in the neighborhood. So Washington, D.C. area, we have about 18 Chinese language schools. So what motivated me to start this committee, because I agree with Chilin. 3 years ago, I participated a party annual meeting. I found out there's a group of people like you guys. You do great job for this community. I salute you. So I started thinking, how can I give back to this society? So since I am involved in Chinese language school, I got 3 kids. They all are either still in PhD program or 2 of them already in the society and working. How do I, how can I give it back to our next generation? So I was thinking this is ILF, it's International Leadership Foundation. So maybe I should contribute a little bit to train the next generation leadership. I know all these Chinese kids, they study very well. They probably get into very good school. But how do we train them to be a leader no matter where you go? I think that is very important. So they can speak for their country, they can contribute, they can give back to the society. That was my motivation. However, I got excited when I was talking to Chilin. So I started calling. Chilin said, you have to get 15 advisors. I just found out it is very hard. Everybody I know, I call, they tell me, sorry, I'm already in the organization. I'm one of the advisors already. So I can imagine how successful this organization is. Great job, Chilin. So today you met 7 of us. We need 15 members. So I found a few others from out of states because this is not a local chapter. So I found all my college classmates. They are all very successful in their own business in different states. So for example, I invited 2 members from Atlanta, Georgia. Unfortunately, they cannot come today, but they want me to say hello to everybody. I found one banker, a very successful banker from New Jersey, and 1 person from Houston, and 1 person from California. So we have 15 today, and I want to follow your footsteps, and hopefully we can give it back to the community and bring more leaders from our youngsters. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Henry. And I really want to appreciate all of your support. Our mission and program is only possible because of your support. And it's always hard for me to ask money from someone else, but I appreciate that you are convinced by our cause, and hopefully you can continue to support us in next years as long as you can. And please, I want everyone give another round of applause to each other all the training committee advisors, and Washington DC advisory board members. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, so, well, just quick announcement. So Mr. Matthew Lee, who received the leadership award this year at our gala back in July, he is in process of creating a small business committee chaired by him. So if you're interested in joining ILF, with your small business and entrepreneurship, and also if you're interested in supporting the next generation of Asian Pacific American leaders, please feel free to reach out to Mr. Matthew Lee, and hopefully we can create another great committee, small business committee, which covers Maryland, Washington DC, and Virginia. But who knows, like in the future we can cover all the regions across the country. So please, after the program, please feel free to talk to him, and then please make sure that you mingle with each other, exchange your business cards, and take this opportunity to grow your business and make it the opportunity to promote, to advertise any cause you really and then please make sure that you can eat anything more. So we are almost at the end of the program. I just would like to quickly report to you, because you gave support to us, and I think it's my duty to report to you that what ILF has achieved this year. So it's about 2017 International Leadership Foundation achievements. So I would like to invite our program director, Evelyn Boyd, to talk a little bit about our primary program, which is called the Washington DC Civic Fellowship. And number one thing is, this year our application deadline is December 15th. So if you know any students who's qualified for this program, who has great potentials and who has great potentials of leadership and who's interested in community development, please feel free to reach out to us to recommend the students. And when you leave here, you can pick up my business card from the registration desk. Please feel free to reach out to us. And I'll invite Evelyn to talk a little bit more about what achievements we made through the fellowship program.
Good evening, and thank you all for your patience. I hope you've had a wonderful dinner. Thank you, Excellencies, for hosting us tonight. And I know we've said a lot of things, and I think we can continue to say things. One of the things that, in terms of sharing with our students every summer, is that we try to convey the importance of realizing that they would not be here if it weren't for the folks who came before them. So without you, every single person in this room, our partners, advisors, leaders, our founders, and I really look up to Sue. She's a peer mentor to me and lets me ask all the questions I ever want. She doesn't get tired of that. But without each of your support, we would not really have the success that we had every year, and especially this past year. So I'll keep it very brief. But this last 2017 cohort, we had a very large cohort with 31 astute students from over 23 universities across the U.S. They were very diverse. We had about 7 different ethnicities represented, over 20 majors. Now that's 20 separate majors across 31 students, and their cumulative GPA was 3.68. So, it's really incredible. We had very competitive candidates we were able to choose. Very ambitious, very thoughtful students who were able to then be placed across all the different agencies. So this past year, we also worked within 10 different offices across 6 federal agencies. That's wonderful. We also got to place a couple of students on the Hill to work with 4 different Congress members. And we also worked with ACCU and of course all of your connections and your support. We also had the opportunity to bring in a couple more federal agency partners. So we worked with STA, Rural Development for the first time, SEC. And we also added another Congress member, Congressman Blumenthal, to the group. So we're really thankful for those experiences there. And then lastly, I know this is just a little tidbit, but we really pride ourselves in the diversity of our students. Like I said, we have students who have really ambitious dreams. They come into the summer, they're ready to work, we work them really hard. We had over 16 different events that they had to attend after work hours. That means they already went to work 9 to 5 or 9 to 6. Then they came and saw us, then maybe they slept, and then they did it all over again the next day, and sometimes on the weekends as well. So they don't come to DC for a summer vacation, they really want to come here to learn a lot, and in that process, they're able to contribute back to their communities. They're able to see, oh, what does public service really look like, and if I want to join public service, this is great, but if not, I'm going to be civically engaged no matter what, because it matters. And I think that that's something that is intangible and something that's really hard to grasp now. But we actually have an alumni night that we're going to do tomorrow, and it's going to be really great to see some of our fellow alumni come back. Some have joined government since being an ILF fellow. Some of them, I'm reading recommendation letters now, some of them have been an ILF fellow and now they're recommending other fellows, as professors. So what you're doing today is very long lasting, and it makes a big difference. So I certainly feel that that's an opportunity that I appreciate for being here, so thank you all again for all that you've done.
Thank you, Evelyn. Actually, we have our fellow students and supervisor here tonight with us. So we've been working with the Minority Business Development Agency at U.S. Department of Commerce for a long time. Also thanks to our founding president, Ms. Jillian Tong's leadership. So Mr. George Mui has been supervising many of our fellows at the agency, and then he literally provided eye-opening opportunities with our students. So I would like to invite him as a representative of one of our internship hosting agencies. Please.
She asked me to speak as only if I could do a selfie. Thank you. Doctor, can I call it doctor? Dr. Beverly, I just want to say that was a inspirational speech, and I just wanted to know George Moore is really good at networking. We took a selfie, I sent my selfie back to you, and I just introduced you two wonderful ladies in Chicago with the Midwest Asian Health Association. Wonderful work, working with Chinese American, Asian American, helping with the hepatitis B and C issue. So you'll get that email when you get back to the office, or maybe even before. And this is what I do. I want to really thank Chilling was my former boss for 3 months at Minority Business Agency. In 3 months, he taught me everything about being successful in the federal government. I'm still here after 9 years. I'm not sure how long I last, but thank you very much. And Sue and Evelyn, thank you very much for sending your interns to me. I'm kind of selfish, so I get our agency get about 4, 5, 6 interns. Usually they assign me 1. But my speech to all of them in the beginning is, do you know who's in charge here? They said, I don't know, George. I said, I am. What you need to do is do all your work. After that, you come to me, I give you more work. But I can guarantee you, at the end of the session, you are like famous around the country. And they said, oh yeah, right. But truly enough that all of them actually come to me asking for work. It's really amazing. Your interns, their quality, the level of sophistication and leadership already within themselves. And I really appreciate it because I take them to all my work and get all the credit. That's the only way to work in the government, right? Thank you very much for the entire organization and our agency. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And hopefully we'll get a few more next summer. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Georgia. We have been a really good friend to each other, and then Georgia has been a really great role model as a great representative for our students. We are almost at the end of the program, so again, thanks for your patience. So continuing along with the report about 2017 fellowship program, let me share a little bit more about ILF achievements this year. So CFSC is called Federal Combined Campaign. So ILF has been approved as a CFC participating organization due to our transparency and excellent management for many years since 2013. So which means any federal employee is able to donate to us if they believe in our mission. And also recently this year, we got a gold seal from GuideStar, which is another really well-known prominent organization which approves healthy nonprofit organizations. So when ILF gets a gold seal, that means like we are 0.05% top nonprofit organization in the United States. You know? I really appreciate our board members and all of your support. And we have a great access to the current administration. We had great access to all different political parties, and also we had great access to previous administration, but also the current administration. So Dr. Paul Hsu on the left, he's our chairman, and he was invited to the president's inauguration as a member of then candidate to Trump's Asian Pacific American Advisory Board member. And we really sincerely appreciate that the Honorable Elaine Chao, Secretary of Transportation, and her dad, Dr. Chao, to join our gala, national gala, with 500 attendants back in July. And our founding president, Ms. Chenling Tong, received the award for the Georgia's Working MPDA's the Year of Advocacy Award, and then she was recognized, she was invited and recognized at the Oval Office, White House, with Secretary of Commerce, Rose. And Mrs. Rose Lee, one of our DC Advisory Board member, and also Mrs. Karina Shan, is serving as the Asian Pacific American Advisory Group member for the Montgomery County government. So they provide advice on very important issues affecting our community with the county executive. I don't want to do too much self-promotion, but this is me. I have been recently appointed by Montgomery County Executive as a member of Montgomery County Community Development Committee. So what I do is I review what nonprofit organizations in the county do, and then make sure that they can continue their great work. And thanks to our board support, I was able to complete my executive education at Harvard Kennedy School back in June. And Evelyn received the Rising Star Awards. The awards is given to young leaders who's committed to philanthropic efforts, and it was recognized by the well-known newspaper Politico. And I want to make the short announcements. So ILF has some really important dates. I would really encourage all the young leaders and college students who are interested in public service apply White House internship. The deadline is January 12th. And our fellowship deadline is, again, December 15th. And if any of the students you know apply to White House internship, please let me know. And we already fixed our National Gala date next year. That's going to be Thursday, July 19th. If you're interested in joining us at the gala and network with international and domestic business leaders and entrepreneur leaders, please let me know. I'm going to share the information about the awards gala. If you have any questions, if you want an RSVP, please contact me, Sue. My phone number is 202-818-0087. You can pick up my business card on the registration desk when you leave. And I have WeChat, which enables everything possible. Enables every communication, so you can reach out to me WeChat as well. And my business card has my WeChat ID as well. So please do not hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions, if you have any ideas or suggestions to improve our organization or to join our organization. Well, thank you so much again. But for closing remarks, we have a closing remarks left. I would like to invite Mrs. Christina Wong Poi, Administrative Director, Governor's Office of Community Initiatives. Please welcome Christina to the stage.
Thank you, Sue. I bring congratulations on behalf of Governor Larry Hogan to ILF and Commissioner Ling Tong. We're so happy to have her on our commission, the Governor's Commission on Asian Pacific American Affairs. And I also bring greetings from both Governor Hogan and First Lady Yumi Hogan, who happens to be the first Korean American First Lady in the United States. And I bring the greetings of Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year's to all. Thank you so much for another successful year, ILF.
Okay, this is the end of our program. Please keep enjoying your time with all of our guests. And for press, if you're interested in receiving our press release, please make sure that you leave your business card on our registration desk. So I'm going to share files of all of our press release, and I'm going to communicate with you via WeChat as well. Thank you so much again. I really appreciate your attendance tonight. It means a lot to us. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas.